I've been viewing, well, who knows. Well, with the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who being a multi-Doctor story, I think it would be appropriate to look back on one of those clever times when the Doctor has met his other selves. Now, the whole point of a multi-Doctor story is not uncommon for a show like this. Stuff like the 3 Doctors or the 5 Doctors are often seen as instant classics, where something as like the 2 Doctors is often a mixed bag or is just disappointing. But the one story that I think goes beyond disappointing is that of Dimensions in Time. This so-called special was made for children in need in 1993 to celebrate Doctor Who's 30th anniversary, like how the 5 Doctors was for the 20th. However, this special has none of the charm or entertainment value of that. It's nonsensical, pointless, and all hopes of the show coming back during the 90s were pretty much dead because of it. So let's see if we can make sense of this vortex of brain-dead chaos. This is Dimensions in Time. We open up in the Rani's TARDIS where... Dimension! Yeah, this is gonna bring Doctor Who back! 3D floating glass-eyed heads of William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton. Seriously, what were the BBC executives thinking when they came up with that? Alright, so we've got Sue Cook and Andy Peters hosting this year's Children in Need with Terry Wogan, and apparently John Nathan Turner wants us to do a Doctor Who special this year. Well, you know what, we can throw that in with Noel's house party.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, it clearly states here he wants all the Doctors.
Yeah?
But aren't Bill and Pat dead?
Good point. Try and use stock footage.
No, they'll clearly see through that.
I got it! How about we use models of their heads? Then we could have their heads just floating around on the screen in front of the camera. And the best part of it is, we'll sell this thing in 3D, so that the heads could actually be coming out of the screen at the children. It'll be a ratings boost.
Frank? You're a genius!
Aren't I just? We then cut to the 4th Doctor where... Oh, Tom, no! I mean, I know you regret not doing the 5 Doctors, but this really isn't the best comeback. Anyway, he explains that the Rani has somehow trapped the first 2 Doctors somewhere, and that all the others are in danger of being trapped in a time eddy which I guess could kill them. If you were confused by that description, don't worry, the show doesn't explain it any better.
Good luck, my dears.
We then see the arrival of the 7th Doctor and Ace, and guess what? They're not where the Doctor wanted to be. At least some things haven't changed.
1973? I didn't set the coordinates on 1973.
But before we can get a proper explanation...
Hey, you're not the Doctor.
Yes, I am, Ace.
Oh, wait a minute, hang on. What the hell's that on the screen? And no, I'm not talking about Colin Baker, I mean the sign behind him. What's that say? Albert Square. Oh, God, no, this isn't.
So, what do you mean, discounts? This year's been bad enough as it is without you giving things away.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you fuckers. So, this 30th anniversary of Doctor Who, this small glimmer of hope of the show coming back, is nothing more than a crossover with EastEnders. You know, I've always wondered, if you destroy a memory, do you instantly forget what that memory contained? Because trust me, I am desperate to try it out right now. We then flash to the 3rd Doctor and Mel having a conversation with Pauline and Kathy. You know, if you were on drugs, you could probably think of a scenario that has more sense than what I've just said.
It is.
Madam, what year is this?
I don't know why, but the way John Pertwee says that line just makes me giggle.
What year is this?
What year is this?
What year is this?
2013.
Yeah, it's 2013! Even though by this show's own history, we've both been dead since 2006!
Who are you?
Precisely. I am the Doctor.
Oh, no, you're not. You're nothing like my grandfather.
Okay, I think it's official that John Nathan Turner regrets hiring Colin Baker. All the characters are dicks to him. Another annoying flash later, we see Sarah Jane Smith wearing that costume that makes her look like a red Andy Pandy. Yeah, personally, I've never been a fan of that costume.
What we're seeing here, Sarah, is the work of a genius.
Genius is not the word I would use to describe this situation.
Now, we seem to be flitting around in some sort of 20-year time loop. 1973.
Or 1993. 2013.
Yeah, well, time distortion of this nature requires an exact localized focus.
An exact, localized focus. But could you hurry up and find it, please? I lost focus when Sanjay and Gia showed up. Rani then unleashes all her evil on the Fifth Doctor, who now has two companions for some reason, and I have no idea what happens next. It's like they were trying to find the most obscure monster and just throw it in. Look, one of Mordrin's lot, a dumb robot, a guy from the Leisure Hive, Helene's pet, Pat Butcher. What the hell's going on?
You can't escape, Doctor!
So after the Rani finally turns up, the Fifth Doctor's like, fuck this, and throws his third incarnation in. Liz Shaw tries to fight back, but ends up being caught. A bit out of character for her, but don't worry, because Mandy Salter comes to the rescue, and does bugger all to help the situation. Thanks, I guess. But then Mike Yates shows up in Bessie, and then takes the Third Doctor to the Brigadier. I would say it's a shame that Joe Grant and Sergeant Benton aren't here so that we can have the whole unit family together, but let's face it, they're better off not appearing in this.
Some other time, eh, Brigadier? Alas, there's no time for pleasantry. I must find my young friend. We'll speak soon, old chap. To all of you, I hope.
And because of that scene, we can now say that the Brigadier has met all 7 Doctors of the classic series. I guess we should be thankful for small, minuscule mercy.